Two chances, but Pep Guardiola joins us. Many congratulations once again, Pep. Another successful day at Wembley. How was it? I mean, it was tough, I suppose, coming 3 days after that tough defeat against Real Madrid, 120 minutes. You must be very proud of your players.
It's unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. Coventry in the week, let us play today. Next week, on Friday, will be better.
Yeah.
Instead of Saturday, put in Friday to have less recovery.
Did you feel unfairly treated?
It's impossible. It's for the health of the players.
Yeah.
It's not normal. Honestly, it's not normal.
Yeah.
So because I win, I have the courage to tell you in the defeat, I will shut up. But it's not possible. It's unacceptable to 120 minutes. All of you are football players. The motion to Madrid, the semi-final, the way we lose and everything. And so, honestly, so I know it's this country, it's special for many things, but it's for the health of the players. So they are. I don't understand how we survive today. I don't understand.
Yeah. Have you raised that issue officially to the Football Association? Have you raised that issue, that you're concerned?
Gary, do you think an hour demanding is going to change something? The only power I have, I say here, is not going to change anything. I know it for many years. But why you play today and not tomorrow, one day off, when Coventry, United, Chelsea don't play in the midweek? So why? Why don't have one more day for the health of the players? I mean, as a manager, so tell me how you prepare this final against Chelsea in the best moment of the season and semi-final for give prestige to this cup. How? It's impossible. There's no chance. It's guys.
Pep, it might be our fault. It might be our fault, television.
you can change your squad around and play different players, though. You don't have to play so many players in the game on Wednesday. I know you made, what, 4 changes today?
No, I had. So I know I thought a lot, but I remember 2 or 3 years ago happened the same. We play in Dortmund on Wednesday. We travel Saturday against Liverpool. We make a lot of changes, 3-0 half-time. So they destroy us. Yeah. And after we save the face in the second half. So I changed a lot, thought a lot with the staff. This player, the physios, then most of them, they were not recovered. It's impossible, because not just physicality. Yeah. You know, the way we played in Madrid, you know, semi-quarterfinals, the way they play in extra time penalties, they do that. Mentally, so tough to recover it. And that's what they're a legend. These guys are what they've done in 7 years, and again prove it again. Rodri, the way he played today, and Kyle the backwards after injured for 3 or 4 weeks, play 120 minutes, and now run against Jackson, against Mudryk at the end. I don't understand how they survive. Honestly, I don't understand. So it's heads off.
What is the answer, Pep? I suppose next season we're going to have more Champions League games as well, so it's going to be even more difficult. No FA Cup replays next season, not that you often need replays.
My team manager said that the first round of the Champions League is the same day for Carabao Cup first round.
Yeah.
So for the schedule, it's Champions League, the same week for Carabao Cup. EDS is going to play.
It's unfair on footballers, and you're not going to get the best performances. Therefore, it's unfair on football fans as well, isn't it?
No, absolutely, absolutely. Even for the players. So we want to play football. We love to play football, but it's too much.
Can I remind you, you won today, Pep.
Definitely.
And you're going to another FA Cup.
We defend our trophy. Coventry tomorrow or United. We will be here.
Tell us about the problems that Chelsea posed for you today, because it was a tough.
The transition, they kill us, we know. So when you make it happen in Madrid, when you lose easy balls, they are not defensive system. Avoid the transition. It's impossible. In the first half, we lost a lot in the beginning, and the pace from Cole, from Jackson, from Gallagher, from Mudryk. The game was so tight. We won, but we could lose. They have 2 or 3 1 against our keeper. We have our chances. It was so tight. I could not expect differently. But there was 78 minutes. Please, extra time, no, please. Extra time, no. Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
How do you said we heard you before the game saying that you weren't disappointed with what happened on Wednesday in terms of performance. So for them to turn that around in the short amount of time that you've got, what do you say to your players? Mentally, how do you cope with that to get back onto the pitch?
Don't fight against your feelings. If you are sad, you are sad. You're disappointed, you're disappointed. The biggest mistake today in society is always you have to be happy, and always you have to be exceptional. No, you are sad, I'm sad. I said, I'm sad. I'm so down because we lost an exceptional game we played. We make a lot of good things. Today, Anu Akanji, central defender, left by line, make a cross, Bernardo. The same action with Kevin. And Kevin go out. That is football. So sometimes it's here, sometimes it's down. I said many times, we won the Champions League with Lukaku in 5 meter header in the last minute. They won the Champions League. It's like a little details make the difference. But as I said, so you are sad, play with this sadness. So give everything again. and they did.
We want you to be happy, Pep.
Yeah, we want you to be happy. You deserve to be happy. Your team deserves to be happy. You've won another game. You're having another amazing season. Thank you so much for talking to us and spending so much time with us at the end of another tough game for you. But
I invite you in the final if you want to come.
Well, we were going to come anyway. But thank you very
Maybe
much.
BBC put the game on today and not tomorrow.
Thank you.
You can join us on the iPlayer for more reaction in a moment. But City.
Chelsea, you think it's a good time to play City in the semi-final of the Cup, an opportunity to get to the final. I think Chelsea did a lot of things really well, defended really well, created enough chances to win the game comfortably. And then you always get that feeling when you don't take those chances, you've seen it time and time again, that something can happen with a team with the level of City. They only need one moment. It's a typical City goal. Kevin De Bruyne run, wingers making the back post and score a really simple goal in effect. So a big disappointment and regret probably from Chelsea. It was an opportunity today.
Absolutely. I'll come to you, Micah, in just a moment. But we can hear from Bernardo Silva. He's with Kelly Summers.
Kelly's with Bernardo Silva, BBC. Bernardo, congratulations. You've scored some big goals for Manchester City, but given the week you've just had, how big did that goal feel?
Well, yeah, very happy after a very frustrating week for all of us, for me personally. But yeah, the good thing is in football, if you play at Man City, you play every 3 days. So after 2-3 days, you have a chance for a bit of revenge and to put things right. And today we tried to do that, even though we were very tired. But yeah, we're happy with another final, another chance to win a trophy.
Talk me through the goal from your point of view, because there wasn't much space for Kevin, but he found it on the left-hand side. What did you see it?
Well, it's the usual Kevin De Bruyne movement in between centre-back and full-back. And I think Jeremy found the right timing to put the ball there. And then, you try to put numbers in the box to increase your chances of scoring. I was lucky the ball just dropped there, and yeah, I'm happy with the goal.
What does this result tell us about this Manchester City squad, given the fact you went to extra time and penalties in midweek?
Well, we've done it throughout the years. We've done it many times. The way this team reacts to disappointments, to defeats, is always in the best way. And today, again, I think the team showed a lot of character.
And you're going to be back here once again in May. You enjoy coming to Wembley. Fancy getting your hands on that trophy again?
Of course, it's going to be tough, because for sure between Coventry and Man United, it's going to be a very good game. And the final is a final, but we're very happy that we're back in Wembley.
Well played today. Go and get a well-deserved rest.
Thank you very much.
29 matches unbeaten, Manchester City now. I know some of you will say, what about midweek? That was a penalty shootout. Apparently that doesn't count. I know not why. Micah, another amazing day for Manchester City. Not probably their most exhilarating performance that we've seen, understandably perhaps what they went through in midweek, but they found a way again.
Yeah, they found a way. I think it's remarkable what they're doing, with that disappointment of midweek, people saying they was weak as a team, and they've shown today not their best performance, that they can keep going.
Yeah.
In the end,
who said they were weak as a team?
a lot of people were saying the Real Madrid badge, they couldn't cope with that Real Madrid badge in that moment, but
you're reading too much social media.
Sorry, Alan?
You're reading too many social media.
I just think in terms of how they can galvanise it, and if we're being totally honest, Chelsea were the better side today. But it's about the key moments in games, and in the big moments, Bernardo Silva stepped up.
Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at that winning goal, Micah.
Yeah, I mean, Doco comes on, and we're talking about De Bruyne in this number 10 role, and just can he find a little bit of space? You see there, Cucurella goes to sleep, and it's unlucky from the goalkeeper, but you've got to be there in the right place at the right time. And we've talked so much about Foden, should he play on the right, or Bernardo Silva. I prefer Bernardo Silva on that right-hand side. He just offers something a little bit different. It gives more defensive work, and then he pops up with a goal when needed. He's been outstanding for Man City since they bought him. And yes, a lot of people look at this and the stats and everything, and it should have been in Chelsea's favour, but in the game, it's about the big moments. And Man City took the big moment.
You can get back in formation now, Micah. I know you're struggling with your eyesight. You had to walk all the way over there to the monitor as his pitch side. But we had a gap in our back four, but it was good that you came back. Little bit of controversy about the handball. Jack Grealish in the wall, put his arm out, then he lowered it, and it was one of those, it was away from his body, but they decided not to give it as a penalty. What do you think?
I didn't think it was a penalty, no. I wouldn't want that to be given as a penalty, no. I know it hits his arm. It might have been, he is trying to get his arm back in and out of the way, and it is coming down his arm, isn't it? So
does that make a difference to going up?
I wouldn't want it to be given a penalty for that, no.
Agreed.
I
agreed as well.
Yeah.
But I just think with that rule now, we don't know what is and what isn't. I think what people will be saying tonight, can we have a little bit of consistency? I think that's the key word. It'd be difficult to give that decision, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get consistency, Micah. I think that's just a dream. Chelsea had probably most of the best chances, and nearly all of them fell to Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, poor day at the office for him. I mean, it's been a similar theme all season for Chelsea. We heard Poch before the game saying that he feels as if she should be in around 4th position because of the XG. This is exactly what he's on about. It's 3 wonderful chances he's had. 2 one-on-ones. This is the first one. He never really looked comfortable, made the wrong decision, made some really clever runs, you know. But once he gets into he just never looked comfortable. He didn't get the ball. He could have taken another touch there into the box, and the ball wasn't away from his body enough. Then another great cross in. And, I mean, they're absolute sitters. They really are. He just never moved the ball out of his feet there. It's a good save.
It is a good
but
save.
3 great chances for him.
I feel for him a little bit because he made lots of good movement. He's a young striker. We had attributes we saw in him today, where he's racing Kyle Walker. He's showing pace. He's showing good movement. But there's a technical detail there, as Alan's talking about, the extra touch, the decision making at the highest level in these highest level of games are the difference. The header, again, if you've got to hit anywhere but his body in this goal.
Yeah.
So a little decision making, I feel from there because we've all been there, we've all missed chances, and it's a critical one for the game. But as a young player, that's the level that you have to be a striker for Chelsea.
In terms of their performance, they went toe-to-toe with a side as good as Manchester City. Is that encouraging going ahead? That continue their kind of progress? And I mean, fans never have too much patience, do they? But perhaps they should show a little bit at the moment.
I think so. I think to summarise the season a little bit to this point, they've put in good performances against some of the top teams. They did it twice in Manchester City. They did it against Arsenal. Did it Aston Villa in the FA Cup. So they've shown that there's a good organisation and desire, and when they're under pressure and maybe can break on teams, they've found a way. Other games through the season, they've lacked consistency. But I do think when you see that today, you can look at a good all-round team performance and see those little shoots of positive things. And the Cole Palmer just not strolled around this pitch, but he just owned the game to a big degree without the cutting edge. He was the man you want him in front of goal because he was finding all the passes today. So there are lots of positives, and I think you don't normally get time too much, but I think in this situation, the transitional young squad they have, yes, of course, let's try and give it time and see it get better.
Yeah, there were other chances in the game.
Yeah, there were chances for both teams. I mean, it certainly opened up the last 10 or 15 minutes, but this was in the first half. The great pass from Kevin De Bruyne, and we felt that Phil could have taken it earlier with his right foot, and then once he goes round there, then he could have taken that one as well. But they didn't have too many in the first half, but that was certainly one of them.
Yeah, it was. He just probably should have hit it first time, but he didn't there. We might go quiet for a second because we've just been joined by someone special, but I'm sure he'll be patient enough watching his team.
For Manchester City, that's partly down to Chelsea's defending, the way they've got the ball back and the energy to go and press as they have done, and they've created 1 or 2 really good chances. So from their point of view, they've played well, but they'll be disappointed they're not leading at half-time because they should be.
Yeah, Mauricio Pochettino will be delighted with the way his team have played.
Yeah, very organised. I think you come against a City team of their quality. You know you've got to get your defensive side of your game right. I think City, we feel like they're slightly below par. It's very understandable after midweek. 7 players started that game, they're starting again. So I think that's allowing Chelsea maybe to sort of just catch on to the sloppiness, nick a few balls in midfield where they've been really tight and compact, and they'll be very happy. As Alan says, I think they could have been ahead now.
I just think this situation with the centre-back stepping into midfield, we've seen John Stones do it so well, so effectively, and Kanji against Real Madrid did it really well, but he was in positions where you just need that cute pass, and it just got cut out. Today he's going in there, and on the transition, he sort of doesn't know whether to go or to sit.
Does Stones do it better?
Stones, of course, on the ball does it better. But
so why is he not doing it today?
Akanji is more aggressive. in there. So we know the counter that Chelsea possess. Maybe he's going there to be a bit more aggressive in the middle of the park, but it's too late when he's going to chase down the ball. Yeah.
The best two chances of the game, both were occasions where players went round the goalkeeper. Philip Foden had the first one, didn't he? You wondered why he didn't hit it after he went round the keeper for the first touch.
I thought he could have actually hit it before he did.
Well, he could have had
the first opportunity. I think.
Touches,
First of all, it's a wonderful pass from De Bruyne, the way he spots the run there, the timing of the run. But I think instead of taking the first touch with his left foot, I think he can actually go with a dink with the right foot. Now, instead of taking that touch with the left foot, but once he's taken it around it, then I think he doesn't need the extra one as well. But the passes, the way to pass, the timing of everything is just really, really good. So I just think there, and that one there,
that's the one for
and
me.
also the one where he was running onto it. Yeah,
I thought his first touch was perfect.
That's their Man City's best opportunity. Yeah. As I said, great pass, great run.
Frank, you've noticed something about Chelsea's approach to this game tactically?
Yeah, I think, as I say, defensively it's so important to get it right against these because they're so good. First thing we look at is how compact, and I think how high Chelsea are here. There's a real compact nature. There's no distances between the Chelsea players. They don't have a worry that Haaland's not playing, so that the threat behind is not there, and also City don't really play that ball, so it's allowed them to get close, and when you can get close to the opposition you can make those kind of nicks and win backs, and then you can really go quickly because the team's so compact. So it's like a double win. We can't let them play through us. When you get close you make that contact, and the minute you win it you have numbers that can move quickly. Of course Cole Palmer in the form that he's in tries stuff like that. But it's been like a real part of their game, as I say. I think you have to get right, and then this is just sort of good. This is good play from them. And when you play against City, the other thing you have to do is play well, get yourself up the pitch. You can't just give them the whole game. And this is great forward play. Just can more people, try and get in the box there, make that back post. Madueke, can you, go that bit further to get in there? So I think it's been really good from that, from Chelsea's point of view.
I think that could change, in the second half because Pep will have no doubt look at that. And there's a few times that Alvarez has actually come short. I'd say to him, don't go the other way. Instead of coming short, spin. You've got such a high line. He'll beat Silva for pace anyway.
He did do one just before half-time.
Absolutely, yeah.
He nearly got in.
Yeah, don't be surprised if that happens.
I think it relates a bit to their sort of, not sloppiness, but they're not quite like you just stay on the ball. That run's a hard run because you make a lot to not get it. So it's like pushing Chelsea back from City's point.
But it can be a more rewarding run.
Absolutely.
From my experience, I would say. Micah, Jackson's been a threat up front, made a couple of good runs.
Yeah, well, Frank's shown it there. They've been aggressive, and when they counter, they go with pace. But I just want to look at Jackson's position here. Akanji and Stones, 82 centre-halves. And Akanji goes into that midfield role. But now, John Stones is left one-on-one at the back, and I'll let you talk about the potential finish as a striker there. What does he do wrong there, would you say, Alan?
Well, he doesn't get his shot away. He's got the whole goal to aim at there, and once he decides to go around him, same thing is that once he decides to go around him, which I think is the wrong decision anyway, but once he decides to go that, he has to get his shot away earlier than he decides. He thinks he's got to sort his feet out, and by the time he does that, he's too wide and the chance is gone.
Yeah, we spoke quite a bit about Cole Palmer prior to the game. He's got something special, hasn't he? Even in this first half, there are a few things that he's done are really lovely on the eye.
I mean, he's playing at a different level at the moment. It's an exceptional level that sort of sets him out from pretty much anyone on the pitch. I'm saying that against a Man City team that have got top players, but for Chelsea, he's the man who has time, never rushed. Obviously, he doesn't get that one away, but he's got the confidence to take it on. But I think when you talk about these areas between lines, someone who can receive the ball on the half-turn, get going straight away, wait an extra second to allow the supporting player to be in the perfect position for the pass. We've seen everything from wait a pass, this bit of play in the box is unreal. This is great play.
It's always just his first touch, isn't it? Yeah. His first touch is always exquisite to get the ball exactly where he wants, where we can go, left or right. He's been the best player on the pitch.
Yeah. Him and Foden are very similar, aren't they?
Very similar.
In many ways. Foden perhaps a little bit sharper, but Cole Palmer perhaps a little bit more cultured.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah. I think that both of them, their ability to take the ball on the half turn, their body positioning to open themselves up makes it very difficult for defenders to mark them.
And both intelligent players, aren't they? Really intelligent.
Really intelligent. I mean, it's a credit to the academy, the players themselves, but what City have produced there in terms of players that can come in and play at those levels. I know he's moved on to Chelsea, but fantastic to watch them both.
Totally agree. Jack Grealish on the left, he was frustrating you a little bit for a while playing back, and then eventually he did start playing forward.
Well, the first 15 or 20 minutes, I was looking at him thinking every single touch of the ball you're going backwards. We know what Pep wants him to do. He wants to keep possession. He wants to draw 2 or 3 players into and then pass it to someone who's free. Then they can perhaps do the damage. But I know that they won the treble last season and it works for him. But you're seeing a wonderful player here who's gifted at going past players. But then I think after, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes, he decided to do that, then get off that wing, then go past players. Then he engages better, I think, with his own players to bring his own players into the game. We know that sometimes he doesn't always want to go down that left-hand side onto his left foot. He's more comfortable coming inside and doing that. Then he poses a problem, but he can certainly do that a lot more than what he did in the first half, because he's better than just keeping possession. He's better than just drawing other players into him.
To a degree, is that coming from the manager? We all know Pep loves to keep possession.
Yeah, but it's very difficult to argue against it because they've won the treble last season. We know how great they are, and it works. But sometimes with Jack, I feel as if he sometimes plays the easy option. I know that's what Pep wants him to do, as I said, to keep possession, to draw 2 or 3 players and then push it away to someone who's not under pressure at all. But he's a very gifted player who can go past players.
I feel like he's got to understand the moments when the ball moves quickly and he's one-on-one. Here's a chance that you can really get at someone. There are times to slow the game down, but what you do when you slow it down, from taking a one-on-one, rejecting it, coming inside the Chelsea players, OK, we'll just shift. Yeah. And they're quite happy to be there in numbers.
I wonder at one-on-one whether he has the confidence in his own pace. Perhaps that's the one thing that's missing in his
maybe
game.
Yeah, I think it's as well people doubling up. When he was at Aston Villa and the way they played, the game was more open, he had more space. Now when you're playing with Man City, it's more a low block on that transition, so it is a little bit more difficult for him.
But he's hard to get off the ball, isn't he? That is.
Trên xe không rồi nó sang Trung Quốc hỏi mấy thằng lái xe đấy, nó bảo là ấy mà toàn chơi hết mà anh, chơi hết mà. Em bảo anh uống cà phê với bò húc nha, không ăn thua, không ăn thua luôn. Lêu trợ hiệp. Tách ra tách ra. Long quẩn đây. Nhưng cờ học không rồi anh đang ở vai là một. Với ra trường đang làm bên để cái kho mà nó bán. Đại học Hà Nội nhỉ? Anh mới ra à? Mới ra trường tháng 5. Trước anh cũng là giống em. Thì ở trường Nam Định là nhà rồi ấy. Chỗ bãi Viên. Đúng rồi, đúng không? Ai đâu à? Bố mẹ đạo này. Khó quá, ở quê không? Quay về. Mẹ ông xí, ông Tùng Tạo nó xử lý. Người ơi. 201. Anh có thể gọi là wife. Wife, my wife. Vậy tây tàu của anh. Sớm. Nhanh cho mình giờ. Đang đi làm thôi. Đấy mà sớm rồi. Trông vậy đỡ trẻ lắm đâu. Giờ 27, 28 rồi, sao 28 không? 27 rồi. Lừa nó đi Phương. Ăn rồi, sút chắc. Đi, nó vào được. Kinh nhà đi con mẹ. Thoải mái Vinh, Phương hỗ trợ nào. Đúng rồi.